Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Washington Redskins.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And right away, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a third. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
We're trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. On 2nd and 12, Rosen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Here's Haskins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 99 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses have better focus.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
60 Pittsburgh.
36-yard line.
Ready.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Watch your slap, watch your slap.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bryant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
Check. Watch 54.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Let's go, Ty. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Haskins. Got an open man. It's Harmon. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Bryant. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. 1st down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Elliott. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 3rd down, Bryant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion, went just shy of the marker. Looking to throw, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Back to throw. Bryant, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw. Bryant got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Bryant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down.
Turn up. Turn up. Out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
49, check 49, check 49. No take, spell. Hayward. Mike 54. Yo, 54.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Check 50, check 50.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
We got this.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the vision. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. to the ground on first. It's Geis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
57, Mike 57.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On second down, Love. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last Time it has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've said with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. 36 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Focus, defense, focus.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, Bryant. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Redskins now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Squeeze, double. Hey, we got tight left.
Hey. We got 3. Three down. Ready, go.
Hey, check, Mike. Yup, go.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check the call.
On the ground, it's Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. They'll run with Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now again running right is Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Just like that.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. This is Geis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. And he will find his man on the outside. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington. Alert 3.
Geis. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's Haskins to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
But I think all you say to your...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Back to throw. Bryant. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here we go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down. And he's going to go down again.
Let's go. Get set.
And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely...
Now, guy stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington,